Monday Night Chat with Wong Chen.
Brought to you by the Member of Parliament for Kelana Jaya in collaboration with INVOKE.
Hi, for Policy Monday this week, we're going to talk about INVOKE. So theoretically, it's not really about policy. I've been extremely busy in this last week or so because we have a visitor from the US, and it's all about INVOKE functions, INVOKE, checking out what's going on, talking to the staff of INVOKE. So we're going to run a little program on INVOKE today. So INVOKE, let me just give you the history of it. It all started when a Malaysian Indian gentleman that lives in Texas dropped by to my office by accident and started chatting with me about economics and stuff like that and politics. And then he said he knows a friend, a very close friend, who is the Obama data analyst, deputy head of data analytics, that he might be interested in helping out Malaysia. So this American gentleman came down to see me in Malaysia. I brought him around to see a lot of senior leaders in my party and also DAP and stuff, and none of them were interested. So he left a bit dejected, I suppose, after 3-4 days in KL. And then the Malaysian Indian guy came back and told me, look, this is a golden opportunity, I'm going to bring him back again. So the American gentleman came back for a second visit, and I decided by chance to take him to Parliament, feeling really guilty that the first trip didn't produce anything. And I bumped into Rafizi. Of course, Rafizi and I are very, very close. We got into the room, and the three of us sat down, and after 2 hours of long discussion, very friendly banter, Rafizi always wants to do data analytics, and here it is, one of the world best expert in data analytics, and we got into a minor agreement with him on how to help us out. And that's how INVOKE started. INVOKE really started with a very small crew of about 10 person or less, all very young, idealistic people from Oxford, from UC Berkeley, underpaid, of course, by us because we have no money. And it started a seed money mostly from Rafizi Ramli himself, his own money. And from there, it just grew. And so what happened is, we basically worked out what we should do. The first thing was to gather data, and that is why the heart of INVOKE is really about data analytics and data gathering. So we have a call center, we have some robocall system, we start compiling data, trying to do survey, learning about the mathematics of survey taking, mathematics of analytics, yeah? And then we hired analysts, we hired mathematicians. Some of my crew from my office, my former interns and my former mathematician in my office were seconded to INVOKE. And over a period of 1.5 years, INVOKE has just grown from strength to strength. We've got our internal beliefs in our system. The Americans very impressed by the progress we've made, and this is just one of those stories where I feel very energetic when I talk about INVOKE. So INVOKE briefly does 4 things. First thing is data analytics. We gather data, right, and we analyze data. From there, that's the core foundation of INVOKE, and we have about 11 mathematicians working on this at the moment. And from there, we crunch the data to give us strategic idea. Second side of INVOKE is really media, social media engagement, right? So we analyze Facebook, we use Facebook to promote, and we get fundraising from Facebook promotions. And then the third group is really the media at large, what we call the internet media. We have discussion programs. I'm sure you've seen my Terus Terang or Diskusi and Apa Cerita Minggu Ini. Those kind of programs run on a weekly basis. And of course, every day Rafizi has a press conference on INVOKE. So that's the outreach. And I must say, some of our programs have hit almost 1.5 million viewers. So this is really a powerful tool, a media tool for us as well. And then lastly, we have the field operations, which is basically Pacha training. We have training to use a CRM system that developed ourselves. So we've got a group now of roughly 104 employees at the latest headcount. Of course, money is important. And the good thing about INVOKE is, I must really say, we have about 20,000 donors giving small amounts of money, averaging around $50 to about $2,000. So averaging about $200 per donor, with 20,000 people supporting us on a regular and non-regular basis. And that's how we've been running for the longest time. And at this moment, INVOKE is running about 400,000 ringgit a month. It is quite stressful, but for some reason or other, every month we manage to survive. And every month we've been surviving with the grace of, I don't know whether, if you believe in God, the grace of God, but definitely with the support of the people. So that's all I want to say about INVOKE. we've sent Seng Kiat over to film some of the workers in INVOKE, and they will tell the story. So the segment is following after this, and that's it for Policy Monday this week. Support INVOKE.
Hi, I'm Madiha. I'm the head of volunteer recruitment and management. I do events for them, plans, make sure they're out and they're doing field work.
Hi, I'm Matt. I am the National Field Coordinator for INVOKE Malaysia.
Hello, hi. Saya Nadia. Saya bekerja di INVOKE sebagai campaign strategy, iaitu membantu calon-calon Pakatan Harapan dalam pilihan raya umum yang ke-14.
Hi, my name is Marima. A developer for Redbox. So Redbox is where we build the campaign management system, but we also manage the campaigns and for the volunteers. So the system is actually built from scratch, and yeah, we've been developing, adding features and managing since the last 1 year. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jiahui. I'm in analytics and I help to analyze surveys that we do every month, and from the surveys we predict support levels for all the 40 million voters.
Hi, my name is Arshad. I'm head of fundraising. I'm in charge to raise funds for INVOKE.
Hi, my name is Naim Brandish. I'm the head of digital marketing in INVOKE Malaysia. What I do is I manage all the social media platforms for all the above 80 candidates that INVOKE Malaysia manages.
My name is Aiman. So my job here in INVOKE is I'm the lead digital broadcast. Now, follow me. Sorry. So what you guys here, basically this is where the stage INVOKE studio is. So right here, usually YB Rafizi. So this is his table. On the PC, so he will visit this table. And at the back is our team from the guy that handled everything from the switcher, the audio, everything. So everything is at the back.
My name is Wong Chen. I'm from the creative team. So what I do is just the creative team just help for the design for just the materials design for INVOKE, for helping the project Buang Najib. That's all.
Hi, this is Q&A in 90 seconds. As usual, the interns have sat down together and it's going to rain. Quick. Here I suppose. Is it too dark? Hi, Q&A in 90 seconds. As usual, the interns, Zhu and also Seng Kiat, have prepared me some questions to deal with. I'm going to run this very quickly because it is raining here. So I hope that you can hear it loud and clear. So, the very first question. Update on the Selangor redelineation exercise. Now, when the first map was drawn, we looked at it, there was going to be dramatic changes for P104 Kelana Jaya. Then, the recent map that was put up in MPSJ showed the exact old map. So, we don't know what's going to go on. There could be a third map coming out. So, we have to be cautious and we have to just continually monitor what is going on. Number 2, thoughts on Tun M's recent confessions of a dictator. It's hilarious, but a bit too sarcastic. I just hope that Tun M will move on and not dwell on the past and just look forward. Number 3, what are my thoughts on the Hokkien discount for Proton cars? I'm not Hokkien, I'm a Hakka. I don't see the point, but the matter has been withdrawn by the CEO of Proton. So I think it's not going to be an issue anymore. Number 4, what's going on with the Penang Tunnel project? Like every infrastructure project, the issue then is, were the fees paid justifiable? I think it's very, very important that if MACC want to continue down this path, that it has to show that it's really by industry standard and not to create unnecessary or false information about the issue. Okay. Number 5, recommendation for place to visit. I went to Janda Bait recently. It is fantastic. I would highly recommend all KL people that live there to go to Janda Bait and have a look. There are organic farms. There's a fig farm. There are also nice green stuff. It's really fantastic. So Janda Bait should be your next stop. That's the end for Q&A this week.